Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are creating a jacket with different patches of Ankara or print, African prints. So kindly subscribe, like, and hit the comments. Guys, welcome to the channel. I wasn't able to let you go through with it, with how I was able to cut it. Sorry, the camera wasn't working. It wasn't. I thought it was recording, but it wasn't actually recording. So I'll go back through it for you to see how I cut them. I was able to cut and stuff. All right. So these are the patches I have. They are pieces I got, and I just cut them. I joined them together one after the other. I had pieces, and I made it's actually 4 inches long. I just joined them together to get the length of the fabric that I want. So once I was able to do that, I went to the main garments, which is the actual fabric I'm using. I used 1.5. It's 2 yards, but I'm using 1.5. So I have my right side together, and now I need to take the measurements of my shoulder and then the neckline. I have to get my sleeve armhole as well. So the neck measurements there, yeah, I got 3.5, but because I need some allowance to sew and turn the lining, I took just half an inch from there. And then the shoulder, my shoulder is normally 18, but because it's a jacket, I added 2 inches together, and then 9. Yes, so I got 11. I just added 1 to it, so it will be appropriate. And the armhole I measured was 10, and I took 1 inch off to get the 10, and then I had to measure. Yes, I have to measure. You need to measure my bust, and I measured my bust to a 12.5, so I added 2 inches. So adding 2 inches to it got me the 11 armhole, 11 inches armhole. So that was it. I cut it to my taste. The length is 25. That's how long I want it. I don't want it like a crop top. So I want it like a normal jacket, no button. So yeah, so I measured it, and then since I already had cut this is the facing that was joined in the other lining. So this one will be on the front side. When you turn it in, or when you're wearing and the wind blow or something, you won't see the lining, but actually see the same fabric at the back of it. So I cut it. I just measured 5 inches of it, like from the neck up to the down. Then I cut it. Yes, so that's where you join it to it. So I had the piece of, that's the lining. The lining, you just add it to the interfacing. Once you add it to it, that will be it. So that's how it's done. So that aside, we just had the back as well. The back has facing as well. So I just cut the facing, the neckline, the circle of it. Yes. So you just have to do the facing as well. So now we are going to join our facing to our lining. So we will just pin it. You can see it's a sharp curve, and so you need to pin it from the top, and then you pin it from there, the top, and then you come down to pin it again, to pin it so that you can work around it to let it fit. Because if I have to pin it at the top and straight down, or through the curve, it will be longer than the other. So that's what I do. I measure from the down, like the top, and then come to the down, and I pin from the top rather, and then come to the down to pin. Then I pin it as I'm doing, so that I can get the curve in between. So when you stitch, it won't be like one Ghana is longer than Africa, but it will be as you want it. So you pin it in such a way that you can even sew on the pin without removing it. So that's what I do. Yes, so you do that. This is how it will turn out. So it will be, yeah, so you just go take it to your machine. And so now we are done with the joining, like we're done with this stitching. So I'm going to iron it properly. I had to notch it, like you need to, so that you ease the corners, you need to notch it, like clip it up from the top to down, and the curve is the most important. When you press it nicely, I mean, you need to press it nicely. We did the same thing with the back. I joined the back facing to the main lining, so you have to iron on top. Make sure everything is down, like lying flat. Yep. You just, yeah, do it. Make sure it's really lying flat, and then you pin the main garment to the lining and pin it the neck, the right side to the right side. Pin it to the lining, and then you've joined it. You just have to. We finish joining our neckline to the, and then the down to, we actually joined the down as well. Yes, so the lining normally is shorter than the main garment, so when you iron on top of it, it will lie flat. The rest of the garment will turn in, so that it will look neat for you, like, yes, as I'm saying there. So you just iron on top of it nicely. You just iron. Make sure it's so continue ironing nicely, and then, yeah, make sure you fold it. Now we are joining the front to the back, yeah, the main garments. So you see the way I'm doing it, you just turn it. You see the shoulders, you join it, and then you turn shoulder to shoulder, like the right side to the right side, and you join the shoulders together. Yes, so you turn it and you stitch on it, so that when you turn, it won't be some kind of way, it will be some funny looking way and stuff. And I made some dots at the back, so you see how it's done. Yes, that's how I made it. Yes, it should be like this. You turn and you stitch it, and you turn, so you won't see any rough patches or rough edges where you need to do knitting. But if you want to join it straight and do knitting, that one is okay too. So now we are going to join the sides together. Yes, we need to join the sides together. So you spread it in such a way that you get the tips, like the tip to tip together. So yeah, as already you join the shoulder, it's easier for you to get the right side together, like match it together and stuff. So we'll just pin it. So you just measure it, like my bust. I know my bust is 40 is 50 inches. So I measure 25, and when I'll just measure from side to side. When I get a 25, the rest of the allowance I share it among the side. That's how I measure. So if I get 5 inches at the leftover allowance, I divide it into 2, which is 2.5, and that's how I do it. Yes, 2.5. And then if it's the waist too, measure from the shoulder to the waist, and then the allowance that I get, you see, you measure the shoulder to the waist, and then the amount that you get, if it's also like 6 inches or something, you divide into 2, which is 3, and then you measure you measure. So the same way you got for the bust is the same way you're going to use for the down, because you don't want a side whereby the waist is on point and then the hip will be like funny looking, it'll be so tight. So I use like 2.5 from the top, and I use 2.5 from the bottom. Then you curve it from where you've gotten your measurements there. You curve it the way you want it. If you want it straight, you want it curved, it's all up to you, but it has to overlay. You pin it like that. So we are going to take it to our machine and sew. Okay, now we are done with the sewing. So you are going to trim the sides together. You trim it and you trim it such a way that it will be like when you wear it and it's too tight, you can come and get stitch on it and get allowance to sew. But if you trim it too little and later it doesn't fit, you lost. Yeah, so we are done with our knitting. And then we are done with our knitting, so we just trim it nicely. Yeah, trim it side to side. Trim it side to side. Yeah. We are done. Oh, it's coming out good. It's actually looking beautiful. Very nice. Yeah. So we are going to take our shoulder measurements right now as we are prepping. Sorry. So we take so we will measure, and then my shoulder is 18, so I add 2 inches to be 20, so that it won't be too tight. Like so wash it, you can't get your freedom. So I got 2 inches at the end, so I divide into 2. I got 1 inch from the side, and I used 1 inch by the other side, and I measure and get my armhole of 11, and I trim. Do that on the other side as well, and then we are done. Like you've gotten the shape that it wants. Yeah, so we are going to sew our sleeve. We're going to sew our sleeve. That was my daughter. Anyway, let's go ahead. So as I said, I need to turn this thing out, so I'll add the sleeve together. Like sleeve, I know the amount that I need 2 inches for that level, so I'm going to add it and do it, but you need to measure. You need to measure the 2 inch, and then you cut it off. You trim the end. So now we are joining our sleeve and our cuff. Like we join the lining to the lining of our garment. So the right side together at the tip, then you join. That's how you've gone. You have actually joined them together. So we just remove our paint, then we will turn it. You need to trim your thread anyway, your threads. So we turn it right now. As you turn it, you need to, then you press on it, you iron it nicely. Then you trim your edges. Yes, the leftover edges. You see hair? Sorry. The ends, you trim the ends. So my armhole is 11, so I just measure 11, and then the around arm is 18, so I just measure 9, and then the cuff actually Yes, my cuff. I joined it to my cuff. My cuff is 5. I don't want it too tight. I want it somehow like, when I measured it was 8 actually, but I just measured 5. It was not close to 9, so I measured 5. So the length of my sleeve is 22. So I joined them. You need to trace the line so that you know where you're sewing to join. Sometimes people don't have the eye for it, so they will mess it up actually. So you join them, and that's it. You just take it to your machine and you sew it. You sew it. So now we are done. We ironed it, and then we created our notch. So we are going to join them together. We will join the right side to the right side. Yeah, you join the right side to the right side, and then you pin it. You pin it such a way so it won't move all over the place. So normally I pin the stitch allowance, which is the allowance to the allowance, and I pin. Then I join the shoulder to the shoulder and pin before I pin around it. So now we are done. We are done with our jacket. Yes, this is how it just turn out. The inside is neat, outside is nice, so you can wear it to anywhere you want to wear it to. It's nice actually, very neat. So voila, there you have it. I'm wearing it and I'm looking sharp. I'm loving it anyway. I am swagging inside. So if you like my video, please, if you like the way I did the video, please like, subscribe first and foremost, and then comment and give me more encouragement to do more. See you later.